Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I am back with another new topic and another new scholarship, that is GKS UIC, which is known as University Industry Corporation. Now this scholarship is for undergraduate applicants, like let's say if you are in high school or you just graduated from high school, you can apply for this undergraduate program. So this is a new kind of scholarship announced by NEET this year, and in this video we will see what they offer and what all programs they offer and how to apply for that. So as you can see the program objectives, so if you want to pursue higher education in Korea, so you can apply for this particular program, and this will lead to your undergraduate degree, which you can see here. Now moving ahead, they offer two types of degree, that is associate degree and bachelor's degree. Now associate degree is kind of a diploma degree, I would say, because it's like 2 or 3 years, and then bachelor's degree is 4 years, so it's proper undergraduate program. So here is the catch. Let's say if you go for bachelor's degree, then you can pursue your studies further, let's say master's degree. But if you are doing associate degree, it is quite harder to go for master's or PhD. So as we know, GKS offers in two tracks, like let's say embassy track and university track. But in this program, that is UIC, there is only university track. So you don't have to contact your embassy or any other education department. You just have to send your documents to particular university where you want to apply for. Now let's see which all universities are here. So for bachelor's degree there are 8 universities, you can find the names here, and for associate degree there are 2 universities, which are these. Now moving ahead, the number of scholarships are 85 for bachelor's and 15 for associates. So total there are 100 scholars who will be awarded with this scholarship. Now let's go into the detail of which all majors they are offering or which all departments are there. So as you can see, almost all the departments are engineering related and sciences related. So basically I would recommend you, if you are in class 11th or class 12th, let's say if you are in class 12th or class 11th, and if you are from science background, okay, then only you can apply for this particular program. So if you are in commerce or arts maybe, so it's basically you cannot apply for this program because the majors they're offering, they are related to science. But don't lose the hope. If you are from arts and commerce major, you can still apply for GKS UG, that will be out in September. So don't worry, you can apply for GKS undergraduate, but in September. This program is basically for the people who are doing science in their high school. Now moving ahead. So these are the eligibility condition. As you can see, you can read it and get an idea. Now the level of education is an important parameter. Let's say if you are in class 12th right now, okay, and you haven't given your board examination, you can still apply for this program, but you have to give an expected graduation certificate. Now it's difficult to get expected graduation certificate in high schools, so it's better to apply if you have passed class 12. So let's say if you have passed class 12, you can apply for this program. If you manage somehow to get this certificate, you can still apply for this program, and you have to submit your high school certificate by August 31. So this is the whole criteria for it. Let's say if you are in class 12th and the board will happen in March, so you will get your results by May. So let's say you can still apply for this program, but then you'll have to submit your that certificate by August 31st. So you'll have to get a certificate of expected graduation from your principal, and he will be writing that you will be graduating by this particular date and you are currently studying in this school and all. So if you can get that particular thing from your principal or any head of the department from your school, you can apply for this program. Otherwise, if you have passed class 12, it's better to apply now. Now if you are applying for this program, you should have at least 80% or more than that to apply for this program. So let's say if you are in class 12th and you have given your mid-semester examinations, that is half-yearly examination, and you have scored 85%. So you have to give your mark sheets for your class 10th, class 11th and class 12th, up to maybe half-yearly. But if you have graduated, and let's say if you have graduated with 85%, so you have to give these 3 years mark sheet and take an average of all 3. And if that average is more than 80, then you can apply for this program. You don't have to follow this particular thing because in India they have not introduced this system on these GPAs. So this is not for Indian applicants. You only have to focus on this particular percentage thing. So if you have more than 80% by combining 10th, 11th and 12th, you can apply for this program. Or if you are in currently class 12 and if you have given your half-yearly examinations, then you can combine 10th, 11th, 12th half-yearly marks. So basically you have to get an average of 80% or more than that to apply for this particular program. Now moving ahead, these are the basic criteria, as you can read it and get an idea. So I'll be explaining only certain points which are important. So these are basic things you can read and understand. Now moving ahead to the guidelines, which is about the selection process. So as you can see, there is only one track, that is university track. So you have to prepare the documents. Let's say you prepare all the documents. So here are all the documents. You send it to the university. They'll be doing the first round of selection. Now they will be recommending the candidates to NEED, and then NEED will be selecting the final students. So everything will be done by the university. So the universities which I showed you in the first beginning of this video, you have to contact them, you have to send your documents to them, and they will be deciding everything. Now these are the selection timelines. You can read it and get an idea. Also, now talking about the documents which are required. So this is very much similar to GKS graduate program, and I have made a detailed video on GKS graduate programs. So you can check that, but I'll be explaining these things a little bit. So application form is mandatory, which you can download with this guideline. Also personal statement, study plan, letter of recommendation. So you can either ask any of your high school teachers to give you a letter of recommendation. Also GKS applicant agreement and personal medical assessment. So these are the required documents you have to submit. Moving ahead to the required certificate. So you have to give graduation certificate. Let's say if you have passed class 12th. So let's say if you have passed class 12 from CBSE board. So you'll have to give some passing certificate that you get from them. And let's say if you haven't passed out, class 12 and you are still in class 12, so you have to give expected graduation certificate from your principal, that I already mentioned in the previous part of my video. Now moving ahead to the academic transcript. So in academic transcript, you have to give your 10th result, 11th results and 12th results. So you have to give all these 3 years results as a transcript. Now talking about the applicants and parents proof of citizenship. So here you can give your birth certificate or maybe passport or maybe voter ID card. Since you are in high school and I'm sure you won't be having this document, so you can either give your birth certificate or passport. And for your parents also, you can give birth certificate, passport and voter ID. Now moving ahead to other documents, these things are not required, so just move ahead. Now these are some optional documents which you can provide. So if you have valid TOEIC score or English proficiency test, you can give the document. And if you have awards and all certificates, you can all attach it with this particular document and you can gift it. And the passport copy. So these are some optional documents to you for gift. Now these are particular instructions which you can read it and you get an idea. These are basic things. And one important thing I would like to mention here is that all the documents must be apostille. Now which all documents you have to apostille, I'll show you. These all documents you have to apostille. So I'll write it here also. So make sure to apostille these documents, and how to get the apostille documents, you can check my video on apostille, which the links will be here. Okay, so moving ahead. Now this is again an important instruction. Let's say if your documents cannot be reissued in future, so you can make true copy of the document and then you can apostille that. So I've already explained this apostille process and everything in my apostille video, which you can find here. Okay, moving ahead. Now these are the documents again that has been listed here. So as you can see, applicant signature is required, recommender signature is required, then applicant signature is required. So you can just give a basic need and you can just apply. Again, I've highlighted this particular thing. So let's say if you are in class 12 and you are not graduated from your high school yet, you can get a certificate of expected graduation from your principal stating that you are currently in class 12 and your roll number is this, that, and you will be giving a board examinations in particular this month and you are expected to graduate by that month. So you can get such type of certificate and get the sign and seal from your principal. So this is basically a format of expected graduation certificate. Now let's talk about transcript. So as I was telling you, you have to give your 10th, 11th and 12th results. So let's say if you got 80% in 10th, and let's say if you got 75% in 11th, and let's say if you got 90% in 12th. So all you have to do is that take an average. So first thing you have to do is that give all these 3 documents as a transcript. So let's say if you have this 10th mark sheet, 11th mark sheet and 12th mark sheet. So let's say if you have all these 3 documents, so you can keep them one by one and attach with paper clip or something like that. And then at the end of it in the application form, you can take an average to mention that. So let's say if you got these percentage, so you can just take an average and then you can write the final percentage in the application form. So the main thing about transcript is that you have to give your these 3 marks. Now again, the proof of citizenship I've already explained, proof of age and all these things, you can read it and get an idea. Moving ahead, these are all the documents, and you have to write your name as per your passport, so you have to be very careful about writing the names. So all the names you are writing in the application, it should be matching with your passport, and you have to put labels and all. I've already explained these things in detail for GKS graduate people, so you can check that video also, and these instructions are similar, so you can get an idea about how to label the documents and everything. Now moving ahead, the evaluation parameters, you can just give a read and all. Then evaluation preference, medical assessment, announcement of final successful candidates, these things you can just give a read and get an idea. So basically this was all about this particular program, and I'll be summarizing all things which I told you. So basically, let's say if you are in class 12th, okay, and you have science major, so I'll be writing here, let's say if you are in class 12th and you have science major, you can apply for this particular program. Now which all programs are available, you can check the guidelines and get an idea about which all departments are there, and for that you need 80% or more than that. So you have to get 80% at least to apply for this program, and you have to submit your 10th, 11th and 12th mark sheets. And if you are currently in class 12, you can get an expected graduate certificate to apply for this particular program. And in next video, I'll be telling you how to fill the GKS UIC application form 1, which you can just fill it and prepare all other documents and just send it to the particular university. So this was it, and if you have any questions, you can come to my Instagram, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because I have been making detailed video on very important topics related to GKS. So if you find this video useful, you can just subscribe to my channel. So till then, goodbye.